Hello, um, and welcome to part two of Christmas in the Asylum. Um, I'm your lore keeper tonight, Mike, and if you watched last week, you know what these two are trying to do. But um, we'll have them go ahead and introduce who they are and who they're playing. So we'll start with Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I am playing Josie Glaze. She is a reporter.
And then
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm playing Ethan McKinney. He's a preacher, and he's trying his best to bring sanity and God to this unholy town.
how's that working for him right now?
Well, he's lost almost 20 points of sanity so far, so he's not doing that great, and that's been over the course of a day.
Yeah.
Not even a full day.
So where we pick up tonight, you guys barely barely escaped the asylum with Freddy after seeing some absolutely horrible things. And now you've given the professor the job of taking Freddy back to his wife Gertrude. Because the whole reason that you were sent on this quote mission was to bring Freddy home before the large Christmas party that his wife Gertrude had planned. She wants to move up in society, and it doesn't look good when your husband's in Arkham Asylum because, you know, people will just talk, and that you can't have that.
Yeah.
So, so, what are you guys planning to do now that it's just the two of you and you've gotten rid of the professor for a while?
Well, we've got all of those fish people to hunt down and hopefully stop from eating the rest of the town
Hopefully.
and
Yeah,
ourselves. We don't want to die either.
yeah. As of closed last week, there was 9 of them wandering around.
Great.
And they weren't all together, were they? They went off in like separate directions, which is going to make it more difficult.
They all
Do you have track
scattered
trained? I've got track at 10%, so
when they
I don't.
ah, crap.
when they when they saw sunlight and realized freedom was possible. They scattered in all directions, probably wanting to find wherever they lived when they were human before this ever happened to them.
Because I'm thinking the best thing we could do is be to get all of them or as many of them as we can manage to herd together all in one place, douse them with gasoline and light them up.
I mean, they die to bullets, so if we just shoot them as we find them, that might work too. But the problem is
Yeah, it'll take
finding them.
longer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It'll also take the ammunition that you've got.
Yeah, I need to go home and get more ammo if I want to do this. And we just loaned out the motorcycle to the professor to take back Freddy. So we're wandering around on foot for now.
Yeah, because it'd be really funny if you guys hailed a cab and tried to hunt them down that way.
Just tell the cab driver we're looking for shark monsters. Just drive around and we'll yell when we see one.
mermaid
He,
shark hybrids. Yeah.
he'd yell when he saw one too. Those things are
Yeah.
freaky. All right. So you ready to go clubbing? And by clubbing, I mean I hit them with a blackjack.
Yeah. Question is, do we split up or stay together? I mean, we probably have a better chance if we stay together.
Yeah, I imagine that splitting up is a great way to die.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, come on. The two of you are completely safe.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better for you if we stay together. Then it's easier to have them jump us from behind or something.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. You two are completely safe as long as you don't move.
All right, we don't move then. The end. No.
Yeah, the end. Happy holidays, everyone. All right, so I guess we throw track and hope that we roll something good.
Oh,
I don't really know what we should do for this one. I don't know if they're trying to hide and or if we're just tracking them down.
I guess, I guess you're on foot hunting for them.
Yep.
Hmm.
Maybe I can intimidate them. I'm good at that. Yeah, I'm gonna scare the shark people. That's totally gonna work.
And that's right before they have you for lunch or after.
Oh, I was thinking before.
Because 9-on-1 is like,
Let's hope they're too scattered to be 9-on-1 at once, because that would be. Hopefully they're slow. That's actually the biggest thing.
mm, they're slower than you if you were running.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
If
time
you,
to run?
if you were walking, it'd be about even.
Okay. So I guess we start tracking them down at a jog to hopefully not be completely winded when we find one.
Okay.
So each one of you give me track rolls and see how you do.
I'm probably gonna have to burn a bunch of luck on this, but fingers crossed.
How much, um, even at the base roll, how much tracking do you have?
10%.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I rolled an 8.
you're kidding me.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had a
24 for
camera on
me.
it.
Well, Josie has no idea. Um, but the preacher can actually smell these things apparently.
They smell
And
like demons.
funny, that's what they thought about you too. Um, so um, you actually find one hiding in the bushes not far from where you're standing.
All right. I think what I'm gonna do. How's your rifle skill?
Um, I have a handgun skills at 40.
Oh, okay, you've got a handgun. Right, you've got a
Hmm.
handgun. I was gonna say I could pass you my rifle and try to hit it with my blackjack, but I think if we both stay back and shoot it, then that might work.
Yeah.
Or we could try to herd it back into the asylum if we want to be nice about it.
We don't know what those things were created for, and it can't be anything good, so I think it's best to eliminate them.
Okay. All right. So, I guess I'll take a shot at it. Unless it's already seen us, and then we go to initiative. I don't know how that works for this. I think it's like Dex.
Yeah.
So did it see us first?
Well, and I'm gonna contest that with the dex roll of the creature and see who
Okay.
gets the higher dex roll.
Oof. 80.
Or lower dex roll, actually.
Yeah.
Um, how about Josie?
Oh, Dex. Ooh, 56 out of 50.
The creature got a 20,
Okay.
so it is attacking first.
I think I'd be out in front because I've got the blackjack.
Yeah, so it would be attacking you first.
Okay.
And
Plus, I'm a preacher, and, it's my job to protect those who are, good and holy. Which I'm totally sure Josie is.
Close enough.
it just rolled the 00. It just critted you.
Alright, let's see what I get for my fighting brawl, because I'm going to try to fight back. So if I roll a 00... Oh, wait, no, 00 is 100.
Oh, okay, so it botched.
Alright, so let's see what I get, because I could crit it, and that would be fight over. I rolled an 11. So that's out of 45, so that's 22, so that's an extreme success or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I beat the crap out of it. Let's see how much damage I deal. So I roll my damage dice twice, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's 8 and 6 for 14. So I whack this thing over the head.
So for your size, do you have a damage bonus, or did
Yeah,
you add that?
I added the damage bonus.
Okay. 14. It's not dead, but it's close.
Okay. Josie,
So
shoot it! Shoot it!
Yeah, I will try to shoot it. Let's see if my dice are nice to me here. Nope, 67 out of 40.
Okay.
you aim at it and miss to the left.
Alright, and then on my turn, I'm actually gonna hit it, because I can also attack on my turn. I just was using the fighting brawl to fight back. So
Right.
I'll try to hit it with my blackjack instead of shooting it, because they're about the same in chance to hit. It can try to dodge,
Yeah.
so... But it's gonna have to roll better than a 14.
it rolled an 80. It did not. It's almost dead. It's not dodging anything.
And then I rolled max damage, so there's another 12.
It's dead.
Yeah. I club this thing over the head again, and it says night night.
Yeah. It makes a horrible dying noise, and you see its brain start to leak out of one of its ears.
Ew. I'm wondering if I cut the body in half and like leave the human half on top, if I could resurrect it as a person. But that seems like an awful lot of work, and it might come back as a fish monster again.
Yeah, and even if it comes back as a person, it'll probably still have the shark fangs.
Oh yeah,
So,
it'd
I
probably still try to
mean,
bite me,
yeah,
No.
and then it could run after me.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh well.
But maybe if we want to try to lure them all into one space, into one spot, you can still cut it open, leave it here, and see if the meat attracts the others to it.
You know, that's a good idea. Let's I've got like a pocket knife.
Does Josie have a knife of any kind?
No.
It's not like recorded on my character sheet, but my character would have carried a pocket knife in these days. Almost everybody did. That was a man at least.
So, give me a dex roll to see if you can actually cut this thing in half.
006. Okay, I got the maximum type of success because that's
Okay.
out of 50. So
You are quite easily able to cut this thing in half.
gross.
Its blood is an actual bluish green color,
Huh.
and it's fairly thick.
Wonder if they have like a cobalt-based blood over our. Oh, my character wouldn't know that. He doesn't have natural world trained. I wonder that above game.
You forget the preacher believes in things he can't see. So,
Yeah, he's got a cult trained, so what kind of a cult significance does bluish green blood have? Let's roll. No, he rolled a 67. He has no clue.
it's called Not From Here.
Yeah.
So, one down, 8 to go.
Yeah, let's see. We could wait around for like 5-10 minutes to see if any of them show up to the smell of their own blood.
Maybe we should not stand here in plain sight, though. Maybe we should find a place to hide to observe.
Okay, that's a good plan. There's some bushes nearby, he said, so I guess we should roll stealth.
Okay.
Yep.
18, I just barely succeeded.
51 out of 40.
Yeah.
The preacher is fairly stealthy. Josie, the reporter who's used to wandering around on the streets, isn't very stealthy.
Well, I was a scout before I was a preacher, so it kind of makes sense.
For Josie, it's the notebook that sticks out.
Oh, great. The
Okay.
DM's laughing. That's
Yeah.
always a good thing. Not.
I'll tell you why, because it's hilarious. I gave them a 50-50 chance of this happening, right? I rolled a 50.
So it just barely happens.
It's not helping here. They're like, I smell something, but I'm not quite sure what it is. sort of thing.
Okay.
But let's see. Finding a D8 here. Uh, from various directions, you see 6 of them
Oh God.
slowly coming toward this.
Okay.
The preacher is hiding. Josie isn't. So,
Josie, your notebook, it's sticking out.
Oh.
Maybe run.
because 6 of them are converging. What
Like,
is
how close are they?
at this point?
If they're close enough, I can just start shooting.
That's true.
Um, hmm. They're about 30 yards at this point.
Okay. So the range that your weapon has is recorded in yards. So you should. Let's see. You have a revolver?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what the revolver's range is. Revolver. Handguns. What type of revolver? Because they actually have different. Oh no, they're all 15 yards.
Okay. So they're not close enough yet.
Yeah.
You've got the time it takes for them to cover another 15 yards to decide what you're going to do.
Can I make another stealth roll and try to hide again?
Yeah.
5 out of
Hey,
40 that time.
that's a great success.
Yeah.
You actually are able to hide next to the preacher at this point. After he tells you that your notebook is sticking out, you're like, oh, that. And so you guys are standing behind a tree in the park. Well, it's not really a park, it's an extension of the grounds of Arkham. And you watch these 6 creatures descend on the dead one and just in a matter of minutes rip it to shreds.
Let's hope that makes them full so that they move slower. As gross as that is.
And they look up and you see their faces, and it's all manner of human faces from child to elderly, and they all have this bluish green liquid covering their faces where they just, yeah,
So I
did the,
started blasting.
yeah,
I think I'm
did
going to take a
these.
shot at one.
Okay.
Because that's really creepy. It's creeping me out.
I need both of you to make a sanity check after you take a shot.
Okay. So I shot it. I got a 45,
Out of what?
50.
Okay,
From
that's a regular success.
yeah.
Roll damage.
6 plus 4 plus 4 is 14.
That almost kills another one.
Nice. And then sanity.
Sanity. Okay.
Good luck. Yeah.
Okay. 21 out of 80.
42 out of, I think my current is 68. So,
So you're both able to hold on there.
yeah.
So
Oh,
with
wait, you said you're current, so do we keep the,
yeah,
it doesn't okay, so it still success would be 21 out of 70. If
yeah,
it was 70 at the end of last game. Okay, I thought we got it back.
No, you
no,
have to go through
Oh,
psychology stuff to get it back.
okay, gotcha.
That's
So out
why
of
I'm
70.
trained in psychology,
you
is so
have
that
to
I can bring us back to full
you have to
sanity.
go through therapy and stuff.
Okay.
Work through all your trauma before you get your sanity,
Okay.
or in this case, cause yourself more trauma and
Right.
ending up end up sitting under a tree babbling to yourself.
As the
Uh,
Sharkmen converge on you.
right.
Yeah, that would be great.
So, um, the other five see um the one get shot and start sniffing around to see which direction it came from.
Oh no, they have good noses.
And um, and they roll a 20 out of 40, so they get a hard success.
Hmm.
And they start heading in your direction.
I would say run. Run sounds like a good idea. Run and shoot.
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea.
So I think you should shoot and then run, because they're probably within 15 yards now.
Okay, yeah, I will take a shot at the one that, whichever one is in the lead or the closest.
Okay.
Let's see here. And that is a 6 out of 40.
Oh, nice. So that's a critical. They can try to dodge, but I think
Yeah.
that's a critical success if they don't dodge well.
They did, though, because they rolled a 10.
Oh,
Oh, so it's like she just barely shoots it.
Well, you shoot it, it does normal damage instead of critical damage.
okay, so, and damage is what, for a revolver?
1d10.
D10, okay. 7.
Okay. That injured one of them, but it and the other, it and four more keep coming towards you. They seem to have left the really injured one to fend for itself.
Well, hopefully it'll be occupied by the corpse and trying to hold its guts in, so we can keep moving and shooting and not lose track of that and have to track it down by its blood trail, I guess, which we could do. But
Yeah,
even
it can't,
still,
it can't be moving very fast, so we could probably track it down again if we can take care of these ones first.
Yeah.
And blue greenish sludge would not be hard to track.
Right.
Oh, good.
You know, it's not a holiday or anything. You know, like
It's
different.
almost Christmas, but I don't think that blue-green sludge is a very Christmassy
Not really.
decoration.
Lends itself more toward St. Patrick's Day, actually.
Yeah.
And especially in Massachusetts around Boston.
Oh yeah, Arkham's got to have a great St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. So,
All right. So I'm gonna move and shoot. And I guess it depends on how fast they move, but we could keep doing this until we run out of ammo, pretty much. So let's.
how are you moving? Are you running? Are you jogging? Are you?
I think we're jogging and taking pot shots at them as we move
So,
away.
the distance between you and them is slowly growing.
Okay. I've got
But-
110 yards on my gun. I'm okay for range.
But they are still coming at you.
Okay.
There's 5 of them after us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna shoot the one that she shot because I want to try to finish it off and see if maybe they'll stop and try to eat it.
Okay.
36 out of 50.
That is a regular success.
All right.
So roll damage.
7 plus 4 is 11. So 11 more points of damage to it.
Combined with what she did, you end up killing it.
Okay. These guys are tanky.
So now there's 4 left.
Are they still following us, or did they stop to eat the corpse?
I'm going to make a roll to see if that happens now.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see how smart they are about danger.
All 4 of them turn when you kill that one. And they smell fresh blood. All 4 of them turn and head toward the recently dead one.
Okay. So, it looks like they aren't very smart about danger. I don't think there's still people anymore. Because people would have either kept chasing us or run away.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think it's your turn to shoot if you want to.
Okay, out of curiosity, how many bullets does a revolver have? Because between the Halloween one and this game so far, I've used 4.
Let's see. It looks like you've got either 6 or 8, depending on the type of revolver you have. They're the same price, so I'd say you probably have the one that's 8.
Okay,
'cause
so
it's like the same thing.
okay, so 4 more.
You've got 4 bullets left.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any
Oh.
extra bullets in your purse?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay. I have like 1 extra clip
I
on
left
me,
him at
so
home.
we'll have to start going in and punching these things. If
Okay, well, I
know
will
what?
take a shot now.
You have 4 bullets and there's 4 of them.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll take a shot. And no, 51 out of 40.
Darn it.
That-
Missed.
That misses. And now you only have 3 ammo left.
Yeah.
So let me see if the bullet streaking by
Snaps them out of it.
persuaded them to stop eating and come after you again.
Or run away.
We don't want them to run though. We want them to at least
Oh,
chase
that's
us.
true. We do want to kill them. That's right.
They have already proved that shooting doesn't make them run away.
Yeah.
They, however, continue eating.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna take a turn to aim to give myself a bonus die.
Okay.
Do you want to do the same thing since it's gonna take them a couple minutes to eat this corpse?
I don't know what that even means.
Oh, okay. So a bonus die means that you would get to roll an extra D10 or D%, the tens dice on your thing to
Right.
try to roll lower again. So like you get it's like having advantage in
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So after my turn of aiming, I will shoot. Oh my gosh, I missed anyway. I rolled a 57 as my lowest.
Ooh. Bullet streaks and hits the nearest tree.
At least I'm hitting trees and not random passersby.
Yeah, right.
So if you don't have an extra tens die, then just re-roll your 10 and see which one's
Oh,
lower.
no, I have a couple of 10s.
Oh, good.
All right. It looks like 10 is the lowest.
Oh, nice. So that's got to be a critical success.
10 out of what?
Out of 40. So I think it's a hard success, not a critical.
Okay.
20 would be a hard success.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, hold it. It's an extreme success.
Okay.
So
So you impale with that, which is double damage and something else happens. I don't really know what impale does.
So I roll 2d10s for damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
how can you impale with a bullet?
I think it means that it like hits them somewhere really good. I'm not entirely certain what the impale means. I just know that that's what they call it. I'll
I got
search.
18 damage.
That kills.
Or you just one-shot it.
So now there's 3 of them, but you only have 2 ammo left.
Right.
All right, I'll take another turn to aim, and do they turn and try to attack us, or are they still now super happy with all of these corpses?
The 3 that are left turn and come toward you.
Okay. Oh, so what impale means is you roll maximum damage plus maximum damage bonus.
Well, you
So
killed it anyway.
Yeah.
You killed it anyway.
All right, I guess we're gonna have to start moving again because they're coming towards us.
Yep. the three of them that are still alive turn and start slithering toward the two of you.
All right. I will back away or like jog away a little bit and shoot at one. I've
Okay.
got this is my last bullet in this clip, and then I have to reload, and that's my last reload because I only have the two clips total. 40
So
even, so
out of what?
out of 50.
That is a normal success.
All right, 2d6 plus 4. Oh, nice. 16.
That kills it.
Oh, sweet.
It's Josie's turn again.
And there's 2 left now,
Yep.
plus the badly injured one that we still have to take care of back there.
Yeah, I think we can maybe loop around and try to hit it. I can hit it with my club.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I will try to take a shot at one of them.
Good luck.
Oh, wait, I didn't. I rolled the wrong dice. I rolled 2 10s instead of a 10 in the percentile. 48 out of 40. Barely missed it.
It is now going to attack you.
Of course it is.
In fact, both of them are going to attack you.
Oh no.
First one misses. And the second one misses. They both rolled the exact same thing.
Do you want to try to punch them like with a fight back?
Well, what I'm wondering is, okay, you said we're on the campus or just outside the campus. Are there any like big boulders or something we could try to pick up and throw at them?
You're still adjacent to the grounds of the Arkham.
Okay. So the
You
Arkham campus.
you could walk over and grab a bench, like I think one of you did that last week.
Yeah, I think the
The
professor did.
professor did.
Yeah, one of you could walk over and grab a bench and try to beat these things with it.
Or maybe we could do it together, put both of our weight behind it.
Well, I've got a club that I'm gonna try to swing at them. So you can get the bench and be like have a little bit of range between you and them to push them back.
What type of purse is Josie using?
Not a big, just like not a big like handbag.
Well, because I'm thinking she's got to carry her notebook and her pants and her gun and all.
Right. Well, no, she basically keeps her gun and her notebook and her pens go in her back, and a pen goes in her back pocket.
Oh, okay. So,
Basically, a wallet and a gun.
all right.
Darn it.
Just a thought.
I say I'll hold him back. You find something to hit him with.
Okay, I'll try to lift a bench.
You can grab a bench. You can look around for a
Big
sturdy,
tree, like a tree branch.
sturdy tree branch or something.
Right.
If you want to do that, you have to give me an investigation check, though.
Okay. Would that be spot hidden?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah. Because you're looking around the edge of the.
Oh, yeah, I failed that miserably.
How bad?
99 out of 25.
Oh.
You botched.
So You probably go searching around for something that you think is there, but shoot, I don't know what a botch does on a spot hidden.
Um, the security around Arkham notices you poking around at the edge of the woods, and they start heading toward you.
Oh, great. Well, maybe this will help. It could always be a good thing, because they might have billy clubs that they could hit these things with if I persuade them good enough.
Well, they do have the.
Hopefully they don't use them on you, basically.
Well, since they work there, or they're part of Arkham, don't you think they know what's going on? They would have been there when these things got out. They would have seen them.
Oh, not if they were on the back side of it, which is probably about where we are after jogging around so much.
Yeah, they they were at the wrong door
Mm.
to see all this happen. All they see is Josie making a lot of racket in the woods on the edge of the campus. And they run up to you and are like, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" And you know, the standard, you're not supposed to be here sort of thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just turn around and be like, well, thank God we need your help. I am so glad you came out. We really need your help.
And they're like, "For what? Who are you?" They're thinking that you could be an escape patient at this point.
Well, I will, like, though it probably won't help much, but I will explain the situation to them. And my, can I roll persuasion?
Given the fact that you're about to tell them about creatures they've never seen, you should roll persuasion. Because if you don't, they're gonna think you just escaped and bring you back inside.
42 out of 76.
Oh,
Okay, not quite a hard success, but you persuade them that there's something going on that you need their help for. So what do you do now?
I will ask them to come with me, and I'll lead them back toward the preacher and the preacher and the creatures.
and I guess while she's doing that, I take a swing at one with my blackjack, because I
Great,
promised I would try to fight them off like a man.
great name, by the way, for a Halloween-based band, but
Right?
Oh yeah, Preacher and the Creatures. That's a good one.
so, uh, so while she's bringing a couple of security guards over, you
I'm
take
fighting
a
for my life.
you take a swing at one of the two that are left.
All right. Let's say it's the one on the right.
Okay.
Hey, 44 out of 45.
You
I guess I could
barely
try to dodge or
succeed.
fight back, but let's hope that it fails at those.
My, huh, my, there we go. It failed its dodge roll.
Excellent. So I try to club it over the head, but I probably hit it on the body somewhere with that low of a roll. Or high of a roll, you know what I mean? Oh, 8 damage.
Is definitely injured.
Get a good head
The,
club in.
the one on the left that you didn't swing at is now going to attempt to bite your leg.
Alright, I'll try to fight back against it. Since I can fight back in a round and I can dodge in a round.
So it successfully bites your leg.
Alright, so my roll was a 28, so it has to beat that to hurt me, otherwise I hit it.
It got a 20.
Okay, so I did
So,
not beat it. Darn.
no.
It bit my leg.
Yep.
Shoot. Crap.
There are now three rows of shark teeth marks on your right calf, and you are bleeding considerably.
How much damage did it do? Because I've only got 12 HP.
3 points of damage.
Okay. Ow. My first aid is only 30%. I'm not going to do so well.
Oh, I was gonna say my first aid is 50%. I could help you out.
Hey! By the time you get back, hopefully I'll still be alive.
So, about this time, Josie and the two security guards come up on you, and they see the injured one and the one that is currently attached to your calf, because it's not letting go.
Oh no.
And, you know, you're being a fairly significant leg wound, you are losing a bit of blood.
Right.
Oddly enough, it's not bluish green. So the security guards step back when they see this. They're like, "What in the hell is that?"
And I'll tell them, I told you we needed your help. This is what I was talking about.
They're both going to make sanity check.
Oh yeah.
Because this is weird shit that they haven't ever seen before. One of them makes it barely. And the other one's acting like, "Oh, I see this all the time." So they walk up with their nightsticks and start bludgeoning these things. The injured one, they kill the injured one, but the one attached to your leg is being stubborn.
Okay.
And they're hitting it, but it's not letting go of your leg.
Well, I'm technically within, I think, point blank range with my gun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to shoot it.
If you botch this.
If I botch this, I'm gonna shoot myself in the damn leg.
Yeah. Or you're gonna shoot one of the security guards. And
I do have a bonus die, so botching is fairly low chance. Fingers crossed that that I don't botch. Okay, I rolled a 6.
okay.
So that's probably enough to kill it, because that's max damage plus
Yeah.
like max damage again or something on the impale.
You end up killing the thing that's attached to your leg. and then a spray of bluish green goo falls to the floor or falls to the ground.
Okay. So I'm like, oh god, my leg.
Yeah, you are bleeding profusely.
Someone
This,
help me.
this thing may have hit an artery.
Oh no.
Okay, well, I walk over to you and I will rip a strip from your shirt to try to bandage your leg up for you.
Okay.
So
So,
let me roll for first aid. 74 out of 50. Damn.
okay, I guess I'll try to roll first aid on myself. Come on, 30. I will push luck if I have to because I don't want to bleed out. I don't have to. It was a 21.
Oh,
Whatever Josie did or was attempting to do, you helped her adjust it, and
Okay.
it actually worked.
So I get back 1 HP.
Yeah,
Woo. And then it stops the bleeding and stuff, I guess.
right.
And I don't have to figure out how to cast resurrection on myself.
Cast resurrection on yourself, but lose all your sanity at the
Yeah,
same time.
right? Yeah, I'd lose 3d10 sanity trying to do that if I could somehow. So that would be pretty
Yeah,
bad.
you'd be alive again, but you'd be insane.
Yeah. All right. So I say to these two gentlemen that there are still two more of these things that have escaped your asylum running around somewhere.
aren't there 4 more?
Oh,
No,
there's
Because
there's
there were
a
9 all to begin with, and then only
you,
6 of. Oh, we had killed one,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
6. So that would be
So there's
7.
still the
Yeah, there's
one
2 more.
there's still the
two,
one that we didn't finish off,
Right,
right,
plus 2 more.
plus two more.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll just go ahead and bludgeon the one that is injured and kill it.
Okay.
So there's 2 more.
They're like, we have more resources than you do. We'll find them
Okay.
and bring
Excellent.
and either kill them or bring them back to the asylum, one or the other.
I would recommend killing them personally.
They don't seem to be very human anymore. They don't run from gunfire. They don't do anything, sane in the face of danger. So they could just be deeply insane, but I think they're probably monsters, possessed by demons or some such.
And so you should get that leg looked at before it gets infected or something.
Oh yeah, who knows what's on those teeth?
Yeah. So, um, so they say, since this actually happened, we're not gonna put this in a report because nobody would believe it anyway.
Right?
So the two of you are actually free to go.
Alright, I reload my gun just in case we find them on the way out.
So where are you guys headed?
Well, the professor has the motorcycle, so if we're gonna go anywhere, we're gonna need to like hail a cab or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's go to the atrium of the asylum and call a cab if they have a phone. I'm sure they do.
Yeah. The mm, the nurse's station in the atrium would have a phone.
Okay. I'm sure the pandemonium has calmed down by now. And you're still in a
Should we
nurse's outfit, so that's funny.
Yeah.
should we head to Freddie and Gertrude's and see if the professor got in there all right?
Yeah, I think that's the best plan.
Well, speaking of your nurse's outfit, it's now covered in bluish green goo and or globs thereof.
Oh
Some of
yeah,
my
the
blood.
friend I borrowed this from is gonna love that.
Oh, it washes out easy. Everything washes out of nurses' outfits. Believe me, I've seen some gross stuff happen to those things.
So yeah, I'd better take this home and wash it before I give it back to her in that case. Not gonna return it like, here, it's got monster blood on it.
And human blood, don't forget you patched me up.
Yes.
Yeah, and you look down and underneath the preacher's leg there's this pool of purple colored stuff because the bluish green mixed with the red of his own blood, everything turned a dark purple,
Gross.
and it's like sludge. Well, it's just a bit thinner than sludge, or like purple motor oil. If you've ever seen what motor oil looks like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's dark purple motor oil.
Alright. So I hide my rifle back under my cassock, and we'll approach the atrium and hopefully be able to persuade them to let us use their phone.
Give me a persuade roll.
I think this is Josie's specialty.
All right.
I have intimidate.
Yeah, I figured as a reporter, having persuade would be a good.
With the way he's limping, he's not very intimidating.
I'd have to pull out.
48.
Oh, nice.
48 out of 76.
Okay.
I have to
So
pull out my blackjack and be like, "Grr."
and so you persuade the nurse standing at the nurse's station to let her use your phone. And so, do you call a cab?
Yeah.
Okay. So you call a cab. Where are the two of you gonna wait for the cab?
Out past the gate, I think, would be where I would go because I know that nobody wants to drive up into Arkham Asylum.
Right. Yeah, the cab driver's not gonna want to come in.
So I'll see if I can borrow a cane and limp to the gate. Or
And
how
there
bad is
is
my leg wound, actually? Am I limping or am I just, like, kind of ginger on it?
it was 3 points of damage, and you've lost a considerable amount of blood, so you're limping right now.
Okay, I'll ask to borrow a cane for the meantime and say I'll bring it back. You can believe me, I'm a preacher.
And the nurse sort of smiles and looks at you and shakes her head because she deals with crazy ass people all day. So she doesn't believe shit. And there is a bench right in, not far from the gate. So under a tree, so you guys can wait there for the cab to show up.
Should have taken the professor's sword cane.
And surprisingly, and not very long, a black cab pulled up at the gate.
Okay, so I give him the address to Freddie and Gertrude's and
So,
say, I'll pay for this one. I've got some extra cash lying around after Gertrude paid us.
so the two of you climb in the black cab, um, and it's about a 20-minute drive, but you are dropped off in front of Gertrude and Freddie's house. Now, Gertrude has a high class Christmas party about to happen. You guys are covered in bluish green / dark purple goo, and you're about to walk in on a Christmas party.
Well, I do need the keys to my motorcycle back at the very least.
So,
Oh yeah, my robe is also torn because we used that to bandage me up.
right, yeah. You're the two of you are looking pretty rough right now.
So I knock on the door.
Okay. You, a couple seconds later, the door opens and it's Freddy.
Oh,
He doesn't, you know, he he recognizes Josie almost immediately, but he's not sure who the preacher is
oh, he
because,
forgot me. He used to come to my church.
well, well, the man's been through a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
The last time he saw you, he was only semi sort of conscious.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I don't really look like myself with all the blood drained out of me.
right. And all the blood all over you.
Yeah.
Um, and a couple minutes later, Gertrude walks up behind him because you two are still standing on the porch and he's still standing in the doorway.
Not saying anything.
Yeah. And Gertrude's like, oh, it's the two of you. I wondered why you weren't with the professor when he brought Freddy back earlier.
You wouldn't believe us.
Yeah, we had
We had
things
fish
to hunt.
troubles.
It looks like it looks like the two of you need a shower in a big way.
Yeah. I think I might need a doctor in a big way.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, you might want to go. You might want to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
She says, well, you're invited to the party if you would like and you want to clean yourself up and get that leg looked at.
That sounds wonderful.
Uh, 'cause we're gonna be partying all night, so
I
so
will,
what do you guys do?
I'll come in.
Yeah, why not?
Um,
Party sounds preferable to what we've been doing.
Yeah.
well, Gertrude says to Josie, I think I've got some clothes to fit you. I don't know what we're gonna do with him though.
Actually, I think Freddy and I have about the same build, so if he's got any extra old clothes lying around, that might work for me.
You tell Gertrude this, and she's like, oh, I can give you one of his old suits. He doesn't wear anymore. He's
Well,
got so he's got so many of those things. Um, being an FBI agent, he wore a different suit every day.
yeah.
So, um, and she looks at your leg and says, eh, I've got some bandages and alcohol. I keep it for Freddy in case he gets shot or something.
Well, let's hope that never happens, and I would appreciate the help.
So she takes you into the bathroom and basically properly wraps your leg.
It's like a medicine check.
Yeah,
Okay. So I recover 1d3 HP.
yeah.
Let's see if I get a 2 or better.
Oh, that's something I was gonna say. I don't like the concept of a D3.
Oh yeah, the D3 is
I
always funny.
they're all in my games. They're all gonna be a D4.
Okay,
Straight D4. We don't do D3,
I'll roll a D4 then.
and we certainly don't do D2s. It's
Well, you can
not.
always flip a coin for a D2.
Yeah.
This way I rolled 4 HP, so I have more than my maximum health. No.
We'll just say you're at max because you took 3 points of damage and probably lost a fourth one from blood loss.
Yeah.
So we'll we'll just say you're at max.
Okay.
And,
Sounds great.
um, then she drags you into the bedroom and finds one of Freddy's older black suits that actually fits you.
I make sure to keep my whatever it's called, the little collar thing that they have.
Uh,
Make
oh,
sure to
you're
rinse it off if it's got any monster blood on it, but I think it's important to have that around my neck because that's the symbol of my being a priest.
yeah. Because without it, you could just be a guy in a suit.
And that would just be terrible.
Uh, do you say that loud enough for Freddy to hear you?
No, no. I just think it to myself while I'm changing.
Okay. And while he's changing, she comes over to Josie and pulls you into her closet and goes, "What the hell happened out there?"
Um, they were doing some unusual experiments at Arkham, and those experiments kind of got out, and we had to hunt them down. Trust me, you probably don't want to know.
Well, judging from what Freddy's like now, he's not the same as he was.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's a little better than when we found him in there.
Well, he's basically said 3 words since the professor dropped him off. And talk about an odd one.
Yeah, he's the professor. Yes, he's Definitely, that's a good description
That
for him.
professor's a bit sideways, in my opinion.
Yes, there is something not quite normal about him.
He kept saying something about aliens coming. I'm
Well, I hope we don't have to deal with aliens on top of what we've already been doing.
I'm starting to wonder if the aliens hadn't picked him up already. So she finds a nice uh, dark blue dress with white lace around the top and around the wrist and goes, "This should fit you."
Just out of curiosity, does anyone know how tall Gertrude is? Because I'm only like 5'3".
Yeah, she was actually short. I
Oh,
specifically
okay.
recorded, so probably gonna fit you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Because I was
little
thinking,
bit, maybe a little long in the the length, but not by
okay.
much.
Because I was thinking if she's like 5'7", 5'8", I'm not a lot.
Yeah, you'd have to do some pinning.
Yeah.
No, she's short.
Okay.
It was because I thought it was funny because Freddie would have a short wife because he's like 6'7" or something.
So the two of you clean up and change your clothes and come out to the party. Oddly enough, the professor's not there.
Oh no.
Your bike is in the driveway, but the professor's not there.
Did the professor take a cab home, Gertrude?
Yeah, he mumbled something about having a radio show to do.
Ah, yeah, I've
I'm like,
heard that a couple times. It's a real treat.
it's Christmas. He should have just stayed for the party. Look, I'm on Miskatonic campus tonight anyway. But like I said, he's a bit sideways. So,
I'll agree to that one.
and, but what you do see as you start to mingle about is there are 5 other people in the room. Um, and they're all chatting and drinking um, and then a little bit later Gertrude comes out and says, uh, dinner will be served in a few minutes if I could get you all to um, sit at the dining room table. And that's when you meet the other people at the party. Sitting next to Josie is a lady named Lois Russo. She's a red haired girl, actually, 19 years old. She's an engineering student.
Oh wow, that's bold for the time.
She tells you she was born in New York but now lives in Arkham, which makes sense because she's going to school there.
Yeah.
Sitting next to her is a dark haired lady who looks slightly Asian. Uh, her name is Kiko Kane. Uh, she is a science student at the university. She's 21 and she's from San Francisco.
She's a long way from home.
Like there are no good universities in California. Um,
Depending on the science, I can imagine what she's really here for.
yeah. Um, then there's a lady by the name of Jessie Williams. She's a dark skinned lady. And she's a history professor. Uh, and she's 30 years old. And she lived in Arkham but was born in Boston.
Oh, we have a
So,
lot in common.
so she's not far from home. And then the two minutes on the opposite side of the table. One is an older gentleman of 58 who's a linguistics professor. His name is Wentworth Avebury.
Wentworth Avebury?
Avebury. Avebury. He lived in Arkham but was born in New York. And the last person you see who is sitting next to Gertrude on the opposite side of Freddie. His name is Robert Nevada Jones. He's one of the archaeology professors at Miskatonic. He's 35. He lives here in Arkham, but he was born in Winnipeg, Canada. And he looks somewhat like Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones. Except not quite as good. And Wentworth Avebury is what you would think of as upper crust from the New York, Boston area. You know, receding hairline, bit of a mustache, a monocle on one eye. Yeah.
Fancy.
He's wearing a tux.
You know they're fancy when they have a monocle.
Or he just couldn't afford a pair of glasses when he could only afford half a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think they'd pay their professors better than that. Man. So, you know, now that you've all been introduced as Gertrude nudges Freddie and gets him to help her with the food in the kitchen. What does everybody talk about?
I think that let's see. I think that I will start a conversation on ancient history and the Bible and all that kind of stuff.
The lady who is the history professor, and you start talking to each other. Her area of expertise is more Egyptian history, so
All right, that's something
uh,
we can converse on because Egypt hosted the Israelites and
yeah. So she'll gladly talk about the history part. She's not really interested in the religion of the whole thing.
yeah, I find that to be true for a lot of history professors.
Uh, so what does Josie do?
I'm just kind of sitting back and observing everybody.
Um, as this is going on, Gertrude and Freddie start bringing out platters of food. It's apparent that Gertrude's been cooking for days now. Yeah, she's really trying to put on the Ritz here. She's yeah,
All the roast beast and that kind of thing.
yeah, desserts like crazy. It's like, yeah. Brings out a red and a white bottle of wine, puts one on each end of the table. Yeah, yeah. Um, and then when all the food is out, her and Freddie sit down next to each other, and um, Gertrude turns to you and says, uh, "If you wouldn't mind a quick blessing on the food before everybody starts digging in."
Of course, it would be my pleasure. Should I make an occult roll or?
Is there an actual religion
No,
category?
the closest thing is occult. That's why I took it.
Okay, well, yeah,
Or I guess I could try psychology. I don't really know which one is. Is it
uh,
grifting or is it cultist stuff?
may, making making the cult roll.
All right.
Uh, as
Oh,
long as long as you don't start, asking Cthulhu for the food blessing, you're fine.
well, whoever I asked for food blessing is gonna give it because I got a 2 out of 40.
All right, you do an absolutely beautiful job. Uh, the people around the table are suitably impressed, except for Josie because you know Josie's seen you with blood all over you, and
Plus, she's an atheist, so she's just like, yeah, okay.
she's like, "Okay, you can do the priest thing, big deal." Uh,
I think it's probably like a poetic blessing. That's probably why it got so good.
yeah. So after that, everybody everybody just starts filling their plates, and for the next good 2 hours, people are just eating all this massive mountain of food.
I should have gone for
Uh,
intimidate
Just before people start going for the desserts, um, Mr. Jones leans over to Gertrude and asks her where the bathroom is. And he gets up and from the table and disappears into the bathroom. And or heads toward the vicinity of the bathroom. You two don't really know where that is at the moment. Um, and people start in on the half a dozen desserts the Gertrude made by scratch. Um, and now you know why Freddy has to keep buying more suits because Gertrude's desserts are as good as they are. So time goes by and everybody's having a pleasant time having wine and dessert and you know, talking about various topics. Although Freddy doesn't, Freddy adds a little bit here and there, but doesn't really say a whole lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than he was when we pulled him out. So
Yeah.
He, Gertrude leans over and gives him a kiss on the cheek, and he smiles, and yeah.
I lean over to Gertrude and say, if he's still got some problems in a while, just send him over to me, and I can talk him through his situation as it stands. I was trained by an alienist, so which is above game. That's what they used to call
Right.
a psychologist. So it's not like
Yeah. Right.
it's not like I'm saying an actual, you know, ancient aliens guy with the funny hair.
No, I know. No. There was even a TV show called The Alienist.
Oh, okay.
I know what those are.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't until I just read it in the book less than 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I
So
so
had no idea.
you know, just this side of the seances and the
yeah.
floating tables and such like that at this time.
But they at least knew about psychoanalysis, so
Right.
and
Um,
giving people some, like, I can prescribe drugs basically.
yeah.
Although probably what I'm prescribing is cocaine mixed with whiskey, but
And
Hey, if it works, it works.
you've got
Josie,
demons in your blood, do cocaine about it.
Josie, Josie turns to you and goes like, "Why didn't you tell me that before? We killed all these bizarre things and there were drugs as a possibility. Why didn't you tell me that before?" Um, Gertrude just quietly nods and says, "If it's necessary, I'll convince him to go." Um,
And we'd love to have you back at the church anytime you feel.
I'll keep that in mind once the holidays calm down. Um, because we gotta figure out if Freddy's gonna be able to go back to work. Then I need both of you to give me perception.
Spot hidden or listen?
Listen.
Darn.
22 out of 40.
49 out of 20.
Josie, um, the preacher's busy talking to Gertrude. Uh, Josie, however, hears odd noises coming from the direction that Gertrude told Mr. Jones to go to the bathroom, and you notice that along with the odd noises, Mr. Jones hasn't returned.
Are these odd noises like, oh no, I'm dying, or like thumping,
Uh,
or chanting?
if it wasn't in somebody's bathroom, you would think there's a physical squabble going on.
Ah, either he's having a really bad time,
Right.
or something's happening.
Am I the only one who hears this?
Yeah.
All right, well, since she is the hostess, I'm going to quietly mention it to Gertrude.
Hmm. I'll send Freddie to go look. Might be a guy thing, I don't know. About this time, everybody hears a knock on the front door. And Gertrude stands up, walks over, and opens the front door. And what you see as you look out the front door is a rather large, bald man in scrubs and a doctor's coat. And he says, "Hello, sorry to interrupt. It looks like you're having a party. Um, um, my name is Dr. Albert Skinny, or Albert Shinny, excuse me. I am a doctor on call from Arkham, and I have come here to check and see how Freddy is doing since he left Arkham without uh, medical release. Uh, I just wanted to come by and see how he's doing." And Gertrude says, "You picked a very strange time to do this. We're in the middle of dinner right now." Uh, he says, "It'll only take a minute. I only need to speak with Freddy to make sure he's doing okay, and then I'll be on my way." Uh, then Gertrude lets him in.
I guess I stand up and go introduce myself to the doctor and say, hello, my name is Reverend Ethan McKinney, and Freddie's going to be under my care for the duration of his recovery from now on. I'm a trained alienist, and we feel that he would do better here at home than he was doing back in Arkham.
When you mention alienists, he gets this slightly incredulous look like, okay. um, I know things were a bit chaotic due to my former colleague, but for the sake of our records and our paperwork, I need to speak to Freddie and have him sign the proper release forms.
Hmm. Well, I mean, he's off checking on the other guy, so I don't really know what's going on with him right now. I just know he went in that direction. So
He's checking on what's going on with Mr. Jones at the moment.
yeah.
Um, Dr. Albert is like, I'll just wait here and see if Freddy comes out soon.
What an odd man to push himself on us in the middle of a dinner party, I think to myself.
So, Gertrude actually, being the hostess that she is, motions him to a chair and offers him a drink and a piece of cake while he's waiting. And to her, he seems like a pleasant enough person. She agrees with you that it's really bizarre timing, but given that Freddy's only been back home,
Couple
what a day.
hours.
Yeah, you know, so
I will, if Freddy doesn't come back anytime soon, I'll ask Gertrude if it's alright if I go after and see if he's doing alright.
that point you hear a scream and a thud
Okay,
coming from the bathroom.
I'm gonna go running. I'm one of
Um,
those people, because I'm a preacher.
yeah. Does Josie go with him, or does Josie just stay seated eating dessert?
Well, well,
Uh,
I've had like 4 or 5 glasses of wine at this time,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out because can't
May-
be any worse than those shark thingies.
or the
Uh,
horrible face monster, which you forgot most
Yeah,
of.
yeah, that thing was horrible.
the two of you walk into the bathroom and see something you never thought you'd see in your entire life. Mr. Jones is laying in the bathtub, covered in blood. Freddy is standing there with a kitchen knife in his hand,
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
covered in blood.
Freddy, what happened? I've had a couple glasses of wine too. I'm slow on the uptake.
He turns and looks at you. He's got this uh, completely unhinged look on his face. And he starts slowly stepping toward you with a kitchen knife.
I pull out my blackjack and I say, Freddy, put down the knife.
At this point, you hear heavy footsteps behind you in the hallway.
Yeah, I wasn't quiet.
And you turn to see Dr. Shinny standing behind you.
I think we may need to wrestle this knife away from him and get him sedated. Do you have anything to sedate him with?
I didn't bring anything with me, no. I
Ah,
didn't. This was not a situation that I expected. Oh, by the way, I need sanity rolls from both of you.
41 out of 70.
36 out of 68. We're
You
doing
both,
fine. We've seen weirder shit today.
yeah, you both see looking at a murder scene with one of your friends standing over a complete stranger with a bloody kitchen knife. You're like, not a problem. Um, now,
Should I pull up Freddy's character sheet?
yeah, you've got it handy, yes.
All right. Got it.
Because I need
Oh god. He's terrifying.
I need initiative rolls from both of you and Freddy.
What would initiative be?
Dexterity.
Dex,
Yeah.
okay.
So Freddy is probably going first. Nope, Freddy botched his roll.
Right. 46 out of 50.
Freddy got a 100.
Freddy collapses in the corner,
Okay.
holding the kitchen knife in his hand,
And I got a
just
36 out of 50.
just sort of staring ahead of him. Um,
So I built Freddy to be a combat monster. So this is going to be its own whole thing. If he decides to fight back.
so you got a 36.
Mm-hmm.
You got a what?
48 out of 50.
So, okay. Let me get a piece of paper and write this down. So, initiative is going to be the preacher. You said his name is Evan, correct? Ethan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although Evan would have been smarter. I'm trying to go for the most generic Irish name I could.
Then Josie. Then Dr. Albert. and then Freddy. Okay. But one thing happens that you do not expect. Dr. Albert, uh, where are you guys in the room? In the
I'm
bathroom.
I'm like right across from Freddy, like I'm close up on him because he was advancing on me, and so I guess like I'm halfway into the bathroom because
Okay.
I was closing in on him to try and take the knife away from him too.
Where's Josie?
I am over by the bathtub with the dead guy in it.
Dr. Albert lunges for Freddy. And he's going to make an attack roll against Freddy. And he got a 30 out of 70.
Oh, he's a combat monster too.
So, um,
I guess Freddy can
that's,
try to dodge or fight back, but
yeah. Well, you're in charge of Freddy's character. What does Freddy do?
Freddy is gonna try to dodge this guy because he doesn't want to stab him yet, I guess, but he's gonna have to if he or he's gonna if he has to. And he rolled a 3 out of 50.
He dodges. In fact, he ends up standing over where Josie's standing, but he still has this faraway glassy look on his face. It's almost like he did that by reflex. Um, and now it's um, the preacher's turn.
All right, so as the preacher, I'm going to try to disarm Freddy to take the knife away from him,
Okay.
which he'll oppose by trying to wiggle the knife around, which will end up being basically a fighting maneuver that stabs me if I get hit by it,
Right.
because he's not trying to let go of the knife.
No.
So I'll roll Ethan's first, and then I'll roll Freddy's.
Okay.
Ethan got a 97.
That's a botch.
Yeah, and Freddy got a 3 again.
Oh, oh.
So
So,
that's an impale.
yeah. Ethan lunges for Freddy and misses completely.
And
And
throws himself on the damn knife.
yeah, basically
Uh,
impaled himself on the kitchen knife that Freddy's holding.
let me check how much damage a kitchen knife does, because that might have just insta-killed Ethan.
Oh, wow.
Because the damage bonus that Freddy has is not insignificant. He's a
Right.
big guy, so
He's a big, well trained FBI agent.
all right.
We're supposed.
1d4 plus 2 plus damage bonus times 2 is enough to kill him. Yeah, that's
Whoa.
20 damage right there.
How many hit points did Ethan have?
12, and that's pretty high. So he's dying. He isn't dead, he's dying, technically.
You have one guy who's the bathtub is full of Mr. Jones's blood, and now Ethan is bleeding out on the bathroom floor.
Wow.
What does Josie do?
Scream
Aside
and
from
run?
freak the fuck out. Okay. I am going to try to get out of there, but I need to distract Freddy first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down the shower curtain. Yeah, it's destruction of someone else's property, but it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm
Plus,
gonna
it's a shower
throw it in
curtain. It's
his.
like
I'm gonna
$5.
throw it in Freddy's face. Try to cover his head with it to buy me a few seconds, and then
Right.
I am going to run out past the doctor. Just get the fuck out of the bathroom.
Um, what what sort of role would that be?
I don't know. Would that be a Dex?
Let's see. There's actually stuff for that in combat,
Yeah,
so
is there like a dash action or something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, escaping close combat. A character may use their action to flee melee combat on their turn in the order of combat, providing they have an escape route and are not physically restrained. So I think she makes an escape route there pretty easily by
Yeah.
getting that thing there. And Freddy isn't exactly trying to chase her anyway.
All she has to do is make it past Dr. Albert.
Yeah, who hopefully isn't trying to stop her.
So you head toward the door, and Dr. Albert steps sideways into the doorway.
Alright, so you can try to go past him with a dodge maneuver, or you could try to like knock him down. So that would be you'd have to make an attack roll, basically, with fighting brawl, probably.
Okay. All right. Well, might as well. I'll try that. No, 54 out of 25. I failed.
Dr. Albert just sort of reaches out and grabs you by the shoulders and is like, "You're not going anywhere."
Alright. And then Freddy has a turn. So he looks at his priest who he just accidentally stabbed to death.
Okay.
What's his motivation in this circumstance? I don't really know why he did
He,
anything. Does he want to try to help out Josie, or does he want to try to stab Josie?
He's nuts at this point. He's not even in his right mind.
yeah, he's killed Mr. Jones and the preacher, so in his mind, he's attempting to escape and will kill anybody
In the
that
way?
tries to get in the way.
So what's the doctor's deal? Is he in on this shit?
In fact, Freddy doesn't know why the preacher died because he didn't actually physically stab the preacher. The preacher did that to himself.
Yeah.
So he's like, in his head, he's like, I'm getting out of here. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but
All
I'm
right.
getting out of here.
So is the bathroom window big enough for him to jump through?
It is, but it's too high for him to reach.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna turn and try to get past Josie and the doctor.
Right.
His first goal here is going to try to be getting past the doctor because I don't think Josie's going to try to stop him as he moves past her. I mean, that's up to her. Are you gonna?
No, I'm trying to get away from the doctor, who's
Okay.
got a hold of me, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, the doctor has Josie by the shoulder. And
So, so Freddy's gonna go ahead and try to move past the doctor, and if the doctor tries to stop him, he's gonna take a swing at him with a knife.
okay. The doctor will let go of Josie and step directly in line of to stop Freddy.
Okay. Which is basically he just stands in the doorway, but he lets go of Josie to do it.
Right. Because this man is big enough that if he's standing in the doorway, there's no doorway left.
Yeah.
It's just him.
He's got the same kind of build that Freddy does.
Right.
Okay. So Freddy's gonna take a swing at him with the knife.
Okay.
And roll a 4. Freddy's really doing it with these 0, 0 whatevers today.
He's better with a kitchen knife than people thought.
Yeah. He also rolled 0, 0, 0 to botch his so he's rolled a lot of zeros.
That set of dice you got's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm considering taking this this gray one and putting it in timeout. Cuz it's killed a character tonight already and
so roll damage.
so that'll be max damage times 2 if the guy doesn't dodge.
Yeah. I gotta give him
Or I
chance.
think it's max damage times. I'm gonna check again on how impales work because Jesus,
Okay.
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Dr. Albert rolled a 001.
Oh, so he dodged it.
He jumped completely over Freddy.
Yeah.
And is now standing in the room on the other side of Freddy.
And it's good for Josie.
Yeah, that leaves the doorway clear. I'm out of here.
I think
Now-
Patrick just woke up.
Now it's the doctor's turn. He's going to punch Freddy in the face.
All right, Freddy's gonna fight back with the knife.
Okay.
No, I think Freddy's gonna dodge actually. Even though he's less good at it, he's not really trying to kill anybody else. So his dodge roll is a 37.
Okay. He dodges the first one. The doctor makes a second swing
Oh wow.
and gets a 21 out of 70.
All right, so he has to use fight back on this roll because he can't dodge twice in a turn.
Right.
So let's see if his stab gets better than the doctor's 21. 005. he just stabs the doctor in the face.
Okay. So does that mean he stabs the doctor and the doctor punches him at the same time, or
No,
what?
so it means that he basically, when the doctor takes a swing at Freddy's face, Freddy blocks with the knife along
Oh,
the length of his arm and
oh, okay,
cuts him.
okay,
And it looks like cuts him up really bad because that's an impale
okay,
because it's an extreme success. So
yeah. So,
okay, if the attacker achieves an extreme success with a penetrating weapon, then an impale has been inflicted. This means that the weapon or bullet chanced to strike a vital area, driving deeply through arteries or slashing critical tendons or muscles. Apply the increased damage as for extreme success, and add a damage roll for the weapon. Okay. So it's not quite double max damage, but it's max damage plus a damage roll.
okay,
So that is, what is it for the kitchen knife? D4 plus 2 plus D4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 plus 8 for 15. Or no, 7 plus 10 for 17.
okay. Uh, when this damage is done, you see Dr. Albert, you see his clothing just shred. And, and Freddy sees his true form standing in front of him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
He is a large creature. His skin is gray. He has normal eyes and mouth, but all over the rest of him, there are several other mouths.
Ah.
He is a Shoggoth,
Ah.
and I need the 20 sanity roll from Freddy.
So Freddy lost 18 sanity there.
Now roll another d4.
4.
Freddy lost 22 points of sanity.
Freddy has 5 points of sanity remaining.
I need a intelligence roll from Freddy.
Luckily, he's not that bright, so hopefully he'll 50 even out of 50. What does that mean?
Uh,
They succeed on it? I think he
yeah,
succeeded, so he remembers this. So he can...
but he's also, with that kind of sanity loss, he's permanently insane now.
Yeah.
He's he's completely lost his mind.
So completely lost his mind carrying a knife in front of a Shoggoth. He's gonna keep fighting.
the the Shoggoth keeps moving toward him.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. So, Josie, it's probably your turn now.
I'm out of the bathroom. I ran when
Okay.
She's history. She's so Dr. Albert is going to attack now.
Okay. Oh, he already attacked. Does Freddy get an action before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Freddy's turn. But
Okay.
Freddy has
Yeah, all Freddy's gonna do is try to swing at this guy with a knife, or this thing with a knife.
Yeah,
Try to save his wife. That's all that's left in his head.
he has actually no sanity left. He barely knows where he is at this point.
Technically, in 1d6 months, he can get back 1 point of sanity.
So every 6 months he gets 1 point. He
No,
lost.
so after 1d6 months, if he gets back 1 point of sanity, so if they succeed on their psychoanalysis roll, then he
Right.
can start regular therapy and regular
Oh,
returning to sanity, but
okay.
which only takes a month each time. But it takes
Okay.
1d6 months the first time because you go real crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
let's see what his stab is. Are you kidding? Okay, so we botched this one.
he
000.
he drops the knife because he barely even knows where he is at this point.
Plus, that knife had to be slippery. It was covered in blood.
Yeah. Um. So Dr. Albert advances on Freddy, and this time, instead of trying to punch him or kick him, he's going to try and crush him.
As you do when you're a giant monster and covered in mouths.
Yeah. Eh,
Mouths which change places sometimes and stuff like that.
and he rolled a 15 out of 70.
Alright, so Freddy's gonna return with his fighting brawl. He's gonna try to punch the thing that's trying to crush him. 30. So failed.
So, Freddy now takes, let me, um, it's 1d6 plus 2 plus 1d4. So, d6, 8 plus 4. He takes 12 points of damage and is grappled and will be digested if he doesn't succeed his roll to break away.
Alright. What was that, 8 points of damage you said?
12.
12. Okay, so he has 1 hit point left. And he's being digested. Fun.
Yep.
Okay, Freddy, let's see if you survive this. So he's gonna make a fighting brawl to break away, of course.
Right.
001. Let's see if the monster ties a 1.
If it does, it'll be a miracle.
Right? A Christmas miracle of death.
Close, but not quite. 008.
Ooh. So yeah, Freddy punches the thing in the face and gets away. So that's D4 plus D4, I think?
Yeah.
D3 plus D4, but you said no D3s, so...
Right.
4 plus D4 again. 4 again? So 8 points of damage to the shock off.
Dr. Albert is looking pretty hurt, actually.
Oh, I think actually he had to do max damage there anyway because he had succeeded. He had extreme success, so obviously it would have been that. I should have just, but he rolled max damage, so it's the same. Dr.
So,
Albert is
so both creatures are close to being dead.
so the only thing Freddy knows is to save his wife.
Yeah,
His wife who carries a derringer, but still, save his wife.
right. So, what is Freddy going to attempt to do?
Freddy's gonna try to grab on and start punching. Because he's
Okay.
not gonna pick up. I don't think you can pick up a knife and attack with it in the same turn.
No.
So he's just gonna swing with his fists. Uh, 12, so extreme success. So the monster can
The,
fight back.
the doctor is going to attempt to dodge this.
Okay, he's got a really good dodge,
Ooh.
or he got lucky with it before.
Dice hit the floor.
Oh no.
So I gotta get another one. He gets a 99.
Oh, okay. So max damage back to him.
Botches his dodge roll.
So yeah, that's 8 damage.
The Shogoth is dead.
Holy crap. It's a Christmas miracle.
So,
Freddy's down to 1 HP.
Freddy's down to 1 HP. There's 2 dead people and a dead thing in the bathroom.
Technically, Ethan is only dying. He can
And,
be revived within a certain amount of time.
and Josie is.
Running away.
I am at this point. Well, of course, I don't know about the Shogoth because that thing
Yeah.
showed its true colors after that. But I am frantically telling the rest of the party that Freddy killed the archaeologist, and as far as I know, the preacher's dead. So I'm I'm frantically telling everyone, including Freddy's wife, that Freddy has killed these people. And I'm freaking the fuck out.
Which is fair.
What does Gertrude do when she hears this?
Gertrude is going to go grab the See, Gertrude is of the mind that Freddy can be saved here.
Well, of course she is. She loves him. It's
Yeah.
going to be the first thought in her head.
So she's
But-
gonna go grab the first aid kit and hope that she can save these guys. Maybe Freddy didn't kill them. Maybe he just cut them up real bad.
And so she walks into the bathroom and sees that.
Yeah.
I need a serious sanity check from Gertrude.
I didn't actually ever make her stats, so I'll just roll and see what she gets, and it's probably
Yeah.
she probably has average, I would say, power. So like
probably
60,
Yeah.
or like 60 or 50. Yeah, probably 60. Because that suggests your personality. That's like your charisma.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be the higher of the two averages. Oh, it doesn't matter because she rolled a 15.
Surprisingly, she looks at all this carnage and at least for the moment, has enough adrenaline flowing that she doesn't lose it.
So she's gonna be able to stitch up Ethan and Freddy both. It's because that's how first aid works, or try to, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm assuming her first aid skill is probably like a 40. It's
Yeah.
probably one of her trained skills, but not one of her like godly skills.
Right.
So
She can do first aid and so as well as any woman of that period.
yeah. And
So,
do the other guests help? Because 2 people can try to do first aid.
right
Or
now
does Josie help, I should say?
the guests at the table are just like, they hear what Josie has just said and they're like packing and heading for the door.
Right. Does Josie decide to go help with the first aid kit, or does she
Yeah, as
decide
much
to
as
run?
I don't want to go back into the bathroom, I guess if there's a chance that someone's not as dead as I thought, I'll try to help.
Yeah, so Freddy's slumped against the floor, like right next to the Shoggoth, because he just killed this thing. Does she need to make a sanity roll against seeing the dead Shoggoth, or does that not matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a
Of course.
D20.
D20. Alright. 6.
You lose 6 points of sanity
Alright.
just from seeing this thing.
Yeah, Shoggoths are like the embodiment of insanity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are seriously stunned for a second and give me an intelligence check after losing 6 points of sanity.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you could go
Intelligence.
temporarily insane and start trying to shoot up the place.
Intelligence. 10 and a 10 and a 0 is what is that? Is that 100?
So that's 10.
Okay, so 10.
So you succeeded, which is bad.
You go temporarily insane.
Oh, really? Okay.
So what do you do?
What kind of insanity is she? Paranoia or something from seeing a Shoggoth? That's up to you as the GM.
You've been a reporter and you've seen in the last what?
Couple weeks.
Yeah, you've seen some seriously horrible stuff in the last couple of weeks, and you just drop to your knees where you are and are like you mumble to you continually mumble to yourself, I can't do this anymore. And
I should have stayed on the fashion beat.
right, yeah. See, wedding dresses weren't so bad after all.
All right, so Gertrude's gonna try to patch up Freddy first because she cares about him most,
Right, yeah.
and then she'll work on the other 2. So first aid is a 31, so that's like fine. That's enough to heal Freddy a little bit, like 1 HP. And then
Right.
stabilize a dying character. 26, so that's also a success. So she stabilizes Ethan, and then she moves over to Dr. Jones. Is Dr. Jones completely dead?
Dr. Jones, let me put it this way. there's more blood in the tub than there is in him.
Okay.
He's dead.
He's swimming now, or would be if he could move.
Right.
Freddy did a serious carve-up job on, because Mr. Jones was not expecting what happened. So,
All right. So technically, that means that I guess she'll just call an ambulance now for everything and call the police and be like, "Oh God, oh God."
yeah.
What are they gonna? What are the police gonna think when they see his hog off? Oh gosh.
They're all gonna need anybody that walks in on that is gonna need a serious sanity check.
Right?
In fact,
Oh, so actually, I just remembered.
what?
So Ethan wakes up next to this dead man in a pool of his own blood,
Yeah.
and he thinks, well, I just learned it. Fuck it. And he's gonna cast Resurrection on Dr. Jones.
You can give it a try.
It just happens. He spends his magic points and he burns a little sanity. Well, a lot of sanity.
Yeah, roll a d10.
Yeah.
And yeah.
1. Okay. That's pure luck.
He got lucky on that one.
Yeah. And he burns, what is it? How many is... Let me check the... How many magic points? It doesn't matter because he'll get them all back before he has to ever cast this again, but 3 magic points, woo, and it takes 1 round.
Yeah.
This is a very easy spell to do if you,
The biggest drawback to that spell is you could lose 10 sanity
yeah,
every time you try and cast this thing.
yeah.
So,
So
if
yeah,
you're like in a battlefield situation and you're trying to raise people, you can go completely wacko doing this.
real quick too.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so
oddly enough, Mr. Jones stands up in the bathtub, drenched with blood, and steps out of the bathtub.
so he comes back with, oh, he burns let's see, 1d20 sanity from Dr. Jones,
Yeah.
and then he comes back with full health. It doesn't say that he has any issues with his health. He's fully
Right.
recovered. So
And
so he goes a little insane, but
I need Dr. Jones to roll a sanity check
sure.
upon seeing this thing laying on the floor.
Robin, you want to roll this one?
Okay. I don't know what his sanity is, though.
We'll go with 50.
All right. 70.
Ooh.
So he goes temporarily insane too.
Oh, and I need another check from Josie
Another sanity check?
because she just saw a dead person stand up and walk out of the bathtub.
Oh, okay. 8 out
Hey.
of 64.
Good job.
She's like, I'm going on the European beat. I'm getting the hell out of here. Anywhere but here.
Hey, 8 would have been an extreme success for even Freddy back when he had sanity.
So, uh, so Gertrude leaves the bathroom, and about 10 minutes later, you hear sirens pull up to the door.
So the FBI is going to cover this up, right?
Um, and any cop or paramedic who walks into this bathroom is is gonna lose anywhere from a D6 to a D20 of sanity.
So one thing that I think Gertrude does before she leaves is she takes that the shower curtain and covers up the horrible thing in her bathroom.
Well, yeah, that would save everybody,
Yeah.
but eventually they're gonna have to attempt to pick the thing up
Yeah, so
and
someone's going to have a bad time, but it won't necessarily be Freddy's coworkers.
and getting it through the bathroom door down the hall.
Yeah.
Gonna be a whole lot of fun. Because this thing is bigger than Dr. Albert was when he started.
Yeah,
You don't
they're like
even,
5 feet wide by 8 feet tall or
yeah,
something,
you're not, they're gonna have to cut the doorway out of the bathroom.
or cut the thing up.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
depends on who comes up to try and do it. They might just dissect it right there.
that would smell just wonderful, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know. Shoggoth might smell delicious. Who knows? I think it
Com-
smelled like crab.
combine that with the blood all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, and the doctor lost he lost 13 sanity when he woke back up. So whatever his sanity is 13 less.
so the way this story ends up working out is they take Freddy back to Arkham, and this time,
Lock him up.
yeah, he's not coming out for a long time after uh, the Ethan. What do Ethan and Josie do at this point?
So Ethan's going to actually, because he had the least problems here, he didn't even see the Shoggoth. He
No, it was almost dead before.
yeah, Ethan's just going to redouble his passion as a preacher and try to look into exorcisms as a thing from the Miskatonic, because he thinks that there's more real demons about than he ever knew before.
You could definitely call the Cthulhu mythos demons if you're looking at it from a Christian point of view.
So yeah, he's going to learn something like the Elder Sign or something like that to defend against demons in the future. That's what he's looking for. He might not learn it, but I think it's one of the most common spells. So
No. He if he could go to the Miskatonic library and if he could convince a professor to let him up into the uh, restricted stacks, he could probably find it there.
right, he's gonna have to burn 10 power to create it, but it
Yeah.
costs no sanity. So he's gonna forge a crucifix, like a big, heavy steel crucifix with the altar sign right in the center of it. And he's gonna use that to bludgeon the shit out of anything in the future.
Oh, he's actually gonna use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
He he should sharpen the edges,
Hey, maybe he does. That's a good idea.
turn it into a sword of some sort. Um, okay. So he's busy for the next several months doing that,
Yeah.
along with all the other normal stuff that he was doing before that. What does Josie do after all?
Well, I don't know exactly what temporary insanity entails. Am I
So it
like,
only lasts for like the rest of the scene.
oh, okay.
So
Okay, I
you
wasn't sure. Okay, so I am obviously a hell of a lot less of a skeptic than I was to begin with. So I think, I think I'm gonna say forget this journalism thing. I am gonna go see if the professor will let me in on his radio show and we can be like partners on it. Cause I seen some shit, he's seen some shit. Maybe we can just like go in this radio show thing together.
and with
Oh,
you actually knowing how to talk to people, maybe you'll make some money at it.
and and being that, you know, the professor loves the idea because you being a reporter, you can go out and search for things, and he
Mhm.
doesn't have he doesn't have to risk himself because you can go do it.
Just look for a better gun.
Yeah.
Or at least more ammo.
Yes.
You go
Or
go to
carry more ammo with me.
you
'Cause I'm
go
a,
to the you go to the local gun shop and buy a shotgun or something.
Yeah.
I can see this little reporter lady carrying this shotgun around.
Yeah, she pulls out the sawed off double barrel and just unloads into him.
And that is how Christmas at the asylum comes to a close.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah. That was awesome.
we actually survived. I'm kind of surprised.
Oh yeah, so over the course of the next few months, Ethan offers to do some psychoanalysis work with you so that you can, feel a little bit more sane after seeing that monster.
The only reason the two of you survived is he was rolling like crazy.
Yeah, I'm keeping these dice set aside for Cthulhu.
Because if he hadn't rolled like that, he'd have been dead. Let's see, Freddy'd have been dead, the preacher'd have been dead, and then that means the doctor would have only had you to deal with. And
And the
yeah,
other doctor would have stayed dead.
right. Yeah.
Gertrude would have had a shotgun, but that's really all that she has to deal with that kind of thing.
So, so is Josie gonna check in on Gertrude every now and again, or is she just not gonna want to deal with that?
Actually, I mean, Gertrude is nice enough. I should probably, check in on her every once in a while.
Plus, who else is going to believe you when you talk about this shit?
Right.
You've
'Cause
got the professor, you've got Ethan, and you've got Gertrude, and those are the three people that actually know about the Shoggoth incident.
I'll buy Gertrude a new shower curtain.
yeah, yeah. And every time you come over, there's plenty of bottles of wine and stuff. And you and Gertrude basically get blasted every time. Because Gertrude doesn't know if she'll ever see Freddy again. She's, after what happened, she's like, I just don't know.
So interestingly, because there's no body, Freddy could get out fairly easily. There's no crime that Freddy committed. He accidentally stabbed someone who isn't going to press charges against him because, well, Ethan knows that it wasn't Freddy's fault that he jumped on the knife.
Now that was Ethan's move. That was
Yeah,
Ethan did that to himself.
exactly. So there's no body. The professor can't, or the Dr. Jones can't really say, "Hey, Freddy killed me." Like, who's gonna believe him?
Right.
So Freddy, if anybody can drag him out of the asylum, doesn't really have
Again.
anything doesn't really have anything stopping him. But it might be the safest place for him for now.
Yeah. We'll say that Ethan stops by every now and again to visit Freddy, and
Does some actual
yeah,
psychoanalysis instead of just whatever experiments they do at Arkham.
and Ethan is always worried about what experiments they are doing there now that
Yeah.
he's experienced one of them. He's like,
Yeah, he's experienced an experiment and met one of their doctors.
yeah,
Doctors.
right.
Yeah.
Well, two of their doctors.
Right, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, not to mention that lady who was
Yeah.
making the sharp people things.
Right. So yeah.
So he's keeping his eye on Arkham real close. And he's got his parishioners ready to go burn the place to the ground if they have to. Which doesn't work with Arkham because it's made out of stone, but whatever.
Which actually that'd be a bad idea because you don't know what you'd set free if you did that.
Right.
But he doesn't know. All he knows is the Elder Sign might stop them because it must be powered by Christ, and
Until Cthulhu actually says hello,
yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh God."
yeah. His parishioners are confused as to why he started carrying around this giant steel crucifix with
With
sharpened edges.
with
It's
this
like an
weird
axe.
with this weird thing carved into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole of the crucifix is carved to look very intricate. So the
Right.
Elder Sign is just looks like it's part of the carvings to it,
Right.
so that he doesn't like make anyone go mad with the revelation of the Elder Sign.
That'd blow the hell out of a Sunday service, wouldn't it?
Right?
It's like every parishioner goes permanently insane,
Yeah.
including Ethan himself.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think
Um,
it's getting about time for us to wrap up.
yeah.
So,
I hope everybody likes this who sees the video later on our YouTube channel. And I did some work on our Discord channel, so I'm planning on being available for Discord in general on Saturdays. So if anybody wants answers the game questions, I'll be hanging around Discord on Saturdays.
yeah, and
And
I'm always around on Discord, so if you have any game questions for Of Gunpowder and Brass, you
and
can shoot them to me.
and definitely check out the announcement page and the schedule page because We have a mage game coming up. It's it's the best way to figure uh, know what's going on with the announcements and yeah. So
Yeah. So you found us here on YouTube, or maybe you found us on Anchor because we're about to be starting that back up. Go to our Facebook, Fallen Dragons RPG. Check out our Twitter at DragonsRPG _RPG. I'm sorry. And then our Discord is Fallen Dragons RPG, all one word.
and if you go to the uh, if you open the YouTube video you're watching, the description, all the links to that are to those are in the descriptions of all the videos. So you'll be able to just click on any of those. So,
All right. And we'll see you soon with Think of Gunpowder and Brass as the next
yeah,
episode on
yeah,
the 2nd.
that's
Although, whenever it gets posted.
yeah, that uh, yeah. We played that on Sunday, and then you post it as soon as possible.
Yep. As soon as my computer lets me.
And same with this episode we just finished. It'll be up as quickly as we can.
Yep. All right.
See you next time.
See you next time. Have a great night or a great day or whenever you're watching this.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.